I am Richard Beyli. I'm head researcher at the International Council of Sports Science and Physical Education, which is the world umbrella body for sport. And before that, I was a professor of education in the United Kingdom. The human body and the human brain are designed to be physically active. We were designed to move. That's just the way it is with human beings. We function most effectively when we're active. If we're not active, if we're not regularly active, then there are consequences to our health and our well-being and our cognition and almost every aspect of being human. So physically active lifestyles were the norm, and our bodies adapted to that norm. And now we live in an environment which is not normal, not healthy, not active, and we could potentially suffer the consequences. So I think we need more and increasingly to think of physical activity as a normal part of life, not as an addition. And I think the problem we have at the moment is that people think of it as an extra thing, a game of sport or some type of, walking as an extra thing. This is the state for which our bodies were designed, and the moment we stop doing this, we suffer the consequences. There's only one place where all children are accessible, and that's school. There's no other environment. So if it's sports clubs or religious groups or whatever, there's always just a fraction of the population. Almost all children go to school, and therefore if you're trying to offer an intervention that accesses all children, there is only one place, and that has to be a school. And I think we need to think much more radically about what an active school is to reflect the way that children are. So we need to think about the layout of schools, the classrooms, all the seats and the tables, the organisation. All of these things need a rethink, because none of them are reflective of the way children's minds and bodies have evolved. And again, they will suffer the consequences if we insist on them sitting quietly, being sedentary, and just filling in their days with long, boring classroom activities. The key has to be the first 10 years, in my opinion. So primary schools, we need to start emphasising primary school physical education, where almost every country in the world emphasises secondary school education. It's a really peculiar investment of time after the critical period for children's introduction to physical activity. So we really need to focus on primary schools, making them active,